Alright, here's another speed build. This one is called Modernia because it's modern and I cannot think of titles. um, I think I also have another modern build on the gallery that was called like Modernity or something, so I couldn't use that. I'm not sure. Anyways, I just really liked the idea of having the whole two-story thing again. I don't, sort of having the second floor be for a different family, I guess, sort of. I don't know. I really enjoyed one of the expansion packs in Sims 2, apartments, and it was rather sad that they did not have that in Sims 4 yet. I'm sure we will eventually have apartments, but there are a couple things when you like get a base game for like the next series that sort of you forget that you missed the aspects of the expansion pack, and they just like sort of integrate so seamlessly into the game that you forget that they're an expansion. I think with Sims 3, Generations was definitely one of those, and so people sort of forget how great Generations is because of how nicely it just seems like it's part of the base game almost. Like it's not its own separate thing because it's just sort of like families. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I was playing with different fences here, and then sort of deciding how to make the path going from the entrance to the stairs. And I really like this tile and this terrain paint, I guess, and then realize that it's a tile. So I just sort of place it almost everywhere, which is kind of sad. I sort of missed the grass, but I think it looks okay in the end. I definitely would in real life not do this to my house because I like grass and the natural feel of it. Yeah, unfortunately, in terms of doors, we don't have too many doors that look modern but are French doors but don't look like commercial. I think it's really hard to get that balance between commercial and modern, or like commercial and modern and like homey versus modern and commercial. So I think a lot of the doors look like they could be storefront doors, but not necessarily ones that you'd like have in a home. So that's what a lot of what I'm doing right here is making little like plant boxes, I guess, which sort of looks commercially now that I'm now that I'm critiquing my own work. But I think it looks, yeah, it definitely looks commercially. But oh well, it's fine. Everything's fine. they're they're an odd they're odd families. Maybe it was it used to be like a mall or something, and it's been repurposed. I don't know. Sure, we'll go with that. It was a mall and it's repurposed. There we go. That's the lore of Modernia. It kind of makes sense, I guess, except that there isn't really a maybe. All right, so here I'm working on the bottom floor, which is going to be where like one of the people is going to live. So this is what I was talking about with the apartment from Sims 2, apartment life. Sort of thinking of having two different Sims, or like maybe a couple and then a single sim living downstairs, or vice versa. So this is the bedroom for the one downstairs. It's definitely female oriented. Generally I try to make my rooms and builds neutral gendered, but this one is definitely kind of feminine. That's alright. Yeah, I really like that bedspread. It's pretty. So one thing that I like to do a lot is have like a focal wall, sort of. So have most of the walls be one color, and then pick out a sort of like a neutral-ish color, and then pick out one wall to be like really bright or somehow very different from the other walls. So in this one, it's definitely the yellow wall, which I know isn't what everyone's cup of tea, but I think it looks kind of cool. So I put a lot of stuff on the focal wall too, generally. So this one is sort of bogged with clutter. So we've got just books and shelves. I really like the shelves, putting stuff on shelves in Sims 4, especially with the move objects tool, and like that you can move items up and you can literally just put anything you want on shelves. It's pretty fun, and sort of push them together like those books that I just did there. I also really like doing that with the candles, which I didn't do with this build, but I will probably in a future build. But there are those candles that you can see right now, actually, near the bottom right. You can recolor them. Yeah, see, I even clicked on them because I was like tempting fate didn't quite do it, but I figured it was kind of a fire hazard to have them so high up and close to the wall, but obviously that wouldn't actually occur in Sims. But you can sort of like place them in the candles inside each other, so that like certain ones, it looks like a little like medley of different colors, because for the most part you can just have one color for the candles, but if you like place them around and inside each other, you can make it look like there are a bunch of different colored candles, and it looks really nice. So I basically have this person, or the sim that I thought for this room would be a photographer, hence the cool like old camera, and then like some sort of still life pictures up there that she's got going on. Or it could be a guy, and just the room seems kind of feminine, but it can definitely be a guy if you want. You can also change the colors and bedspread and everything pretty easily if you want it to seem more masculine. Okay, so here we've got what I was deciding to be the kitchen, and I sort of realized that the counter would like be kind of odd right in front of the window there, so I chose a shorter window, and I think I end up just getting rid of it altogether because I didn't like, I generally don't like having lots of different window types, I guess, in a house. I like sticking with like 2, 3 at max if it's a really big house, but I don't know, so I got rid of this one because I already had 2 window types. Oh, and the pillars I think disappeared, and so I placed them back. Yeah, so I got rid of that window. And then sort of, I do this a lot too, where I like copy the brick and have like exposed brick in the kitchen, or a fireplace with exposed brick, or like just a wall of exposed brick. I love exposed brick. I just think it looks really nice. Yeah, in this case it was kind of like tiled, like shiny. It has a very nice sheen. The textures on this game are just absolutely beautiful, so I like to take advantage of that. Here is sort of the tiny living area that gets a little bit bigger later because it's just so small. I sort of expand this whole area out one in a bit because I don't know. Mostly because of the way that the brick looks outside. I wanted it to be more symmetrical and sort of, yeah, I like having corners for when I change, like corners in when I change wall pattern. So I don't know how to explain that best, but yeah, see, like they like here how it has a corner in and then the color is gonna change. I just think it looks nicer than having the corner be outward, so like for it to just like stop at the end. It looks more natural, I think. So here I'm experimenting with different roof types, but ultimately for it to look really modern. Oh, I hope I fixed that on the back. I just noticed that I didn't color the back of the brick on the roof. Oops. I hope that I fixed that. We'll see. But for it to look modern, it looked really nice just being flat, actually, with the roof type. So I just sort of put a little bit of a border to make it look more polished and purposeful. Yeah, so now we're doing the bathroom downstairs. This one's pretty white and black. It's just very neutral and modern feeling, of course. I think a lot of black and white looks really good with modern. And then just having like one other color. Which, of course, I didn't really quite follow that theme in the bedroom, as you'll see. But I think the rest of the house definitely follows. Oh, I hope I fixed that too. I'm noticing all sorts of little wallpaper that I didn't do that I really hope that I fixed later. Oh yeah, I fixed that one? Nope, not yet. Hopefully. Alright, so this was actually done over 2 days, so this part is the second day. So yeah. I think this starts the second sitting when I did the second floor. Yeah, so I did the pool. Now we're working on the top floor, where I do the same thing with the exposed brick with the kitchen. I was playing with half walls there, but didn't quite pan out. And here again, this is like me doing the white and black with one color sort of set off. But I did end up, it was a lot of green, so this is where I noticed that I didn't put a sink downstairs, so I did fix that. That's good. There's a lot of green, even with the cabinets here. I was like, it's kind of a little too much green, so I ended up doing black, again doing the white and black with one extra little color there. So, and at first I had black floors, but it just was kind of too dark. And I feel like one thing about modern is it has to feel very light and like clean, and I think white looks very clean and bright, and so I did white floors ultimately, like the whitest that I could find. And then I guess I sort of go against that and do dark floors. But okay, I feel like you either need to have like light furnishing and dark floors or vice versa. So I think just a lot of white on black and black on white is very good for modern themes. Here I did that little like ridge around the kitchen area that I do often, and then sort of have the seating around that. But in a bit, you'll notice that the chairs actually, and some of the counter actually gets deleted because of that, because of the move objects tool. So I'd get rid of the border around it, and it still looks alright, but not quite what I wanted it to look like, but it's okay. So here again, there's like the sort of white, very much so, with the table and the chairs at the end on black, and the carpet is sort of white and black, and yeah, a little bit of green in the plant, but otherwise, just the second floor is pretty white and black, and yet again a black sofa with a white chair. Do you see a theme here? All right, so then we got sort of some. Oh, did I keep those? Not sure about that. Oh, okay, I don't keep those. All right. So we got sort of a rose. I don't know. It's interesting. It's different. I feel like the rest of the build doesn't really go with it though. The rest of the theme of the kitchen and everything isn't very circular. It's all very like square, and everything's sort of set. Maybe a different house I would do the circle rugs. So now we're going into the bedroom, the door to the bedroom. One thing that's kind of odd but interesting is that there isn't really a door up into this house. I just sort of realized. So yeah, basically this house screams like, burglars, please come rob me now. There's a door to the downstairs, but not to the upstairs. So I guess maybe in real life you'd pretend that there's like some really great security system on the gate and around. Just, yeah, there's they have like Progressive or something, or Allstate. I don't know. That's car insurance. Wow. Never mind. Don't ignore my failed attempts at humor. So over there is the oh well, we passed it now, but that was the, yeah, see, here is where the counter sort of gets deleted because of the border that I did around there. Yeah, I was having a lot of trouble with that one end counter for some reason. Sometimes I find it hard to find exactly which one I want, how like I want the island to look. Looking for hanging pots now. Outside I did a little deck off of the master bedroom, and it sort of looked a little nautical with the navy blue and the red on the pot, but I don't know, I think it's okay. One thing that I really love is having deck, the wood for a deck be like not brown, so like a really nice like cherry, like red stain, or especially blue. I love having deck stains blue in real life and in Sims. We're staining the deck at my house, my parents' house, I guess, and yeah, I guess it's definitely their house. And we were sort of going over different colors, and I was like really hoping that we would do it blue, but alas, it's like a really nice brown, like mahogany, but which is also pretty. But you know, it would, if it had been my house, it would have been like a really rich, like dark gray, it's like slate blue. Ugh, it would be beautiful. Anyways, yeah, so now, this was about the point a little bit ago where I realized I never put a bathroom up here, so I add one to the bedroom, because that's a smart thing to do. And now we're just adding lighting. Yeah, the pool. I never really talked about the pool, but that was like the first thing that I thought of when I made this house. I was like, alright, two things. I want it to be like for two families, so they're gonna be stairs going upstairs, and I want there to be like a pool on the main floor, but like underneath like a balcony. So those were the first two things that I thought of when I made this house. So that's actually the first thing that I built. I was like, all right, so we're gonna have pillars here, and there's gonna be a pool underneath. Like that was one of the first things I thought of. I don't know, I think it's kind of cool to have it sort of like seeming like indoor-outdoor pool, even though there isn't really an indoor quality. The indoor quality is sort of just like that there's a roof, so you could totally swim during the rain, which would be awesome. Although there are not seasons yet in Sims, but I'm sure in Sims 4. But soon, oh no, I never did fix that, did I? I'll have to go back and fix that, or you will when you download. Oh, that's so sad. Well, that's it. Now we're going into screenshots. I hope you enjoyed.